Let's talk artifact material raid. You need Olag tanking the boss. You can use any other defender, but because you get Olag for free, he's actually perfect for the job. You get him once you unlock the Void Rift and beat the second battle. He is worth building anyways because he is one of the best tanks in the game. Because of this passive. Just remember that for the duration of his ultimate, he does not regain his passive. It would take you some time to unlock Void Rift and get Olag for free, but for the early stages you can use any tanks or fighters you have built. You want to have enough tanks or fighters to keep the monsters reaching the boss, because you'll get stuck in damage increase if they do. Of course, if you have strong enough heroes you can try nuking the boss, because once you kill him the stage is over. Early on, you have more ranged tiles, so you can bring 2 healers if you need to, or if you want to try and nuke the boss, you can bring only damage dealers to try and finish the boss before he kills your tank. Once you get to stage 13, this is the layout of the map you'll be working with until stage 18. So as you can see, there's only one ranged tile, and again here, if you have strong enough damage dealers, you can use someone like Hex or any other strong damage dealers you have to try and nuke the boss as quickly as possible. In fact, you can drop them down first, and then when the boss comes close, you can drop your tank. Ideally, you want to have the boss between those two tiles so he can be attacked from all these points here. So you just wait for him to come close. Before they change the appearance, basically wait for him to swing his arm. I'm not sure if it's the same now, but you can just wait a little bit and drop your tank. And make sure all your fighters and tanks are attacking him. By the time you reach stage 17, you should have Oleg already. Again, you can try nuking the boss, putting your damage dealers first, as long as you have enough to place your tank later. So you wait for the boss to come in between these two tiles, and then you place your tank. If you cannot nuke the boss in time, you can use a healer like Vortex here because it has a great range. You don't have a time limit, and once you get the power of dominance you can rearrange your hero so you get a faster run. So as long as your team can hold out the monsters that spawn so they don't reach the boss, you can take as long as you like to kill him. One thing to remember, maybe in the earlier stages you don't worry about them that much unless you're struggling. Monsters that spawn in the top left and top right can merge together once they come close to each other, so you want to kill them before that, otherwise you'll get stronger monsters and you might get overrun. If you are trying to nuke the boss, someone like Cube can be very useful. You just need to build him with a lot of attack speed to keep his poison up. Also, if you're not using a healer, Volker can help your team self-sustain a little bit. Stage 18 is a bit of a jump from stage 17, but remember there's no time limit, so as long as you beat it, you can use Power of Dominance later to get a faster run. You want your tanks and fighters to be able to survive the boss devastating strike, or at least the ones that are tanking the monsters coming from the side. Depending on how strong your Olak is, you might have to start with a healer and a fighter, and then drop Olak once the boss reaches between these two towers. If your Olak is strong enough, you can start with 2 fighters, drop your Olak when he's in between these towers, and then drop your healer. I use Vortex because it has good range. Here you can put someone who can self-sustain. Another thing to remember is you need to block the monsters coming from the sides, top left and top right. Ideally, if you have someone like Zillitu, Valkyra, or Araka, what you can do is you can place them facing down, and that way they'll be able to hit the monsters coming from the side as well. So help you reduce the stress on your fighters or tanks who are on the left or the right of the boss. After you clear the stage once, because you get the power of dominance, you can use your best damage dealers to get your fastest time, so you can farm the stage quicker. I will show you my auto fight now. So thanks to the power of dominance, I can use Uraf as a tank, Zillitu, and Hex to kill the boss quickly. As you can see, it takes me only like 11-12 seconds. That's it from me. Have a good day.